Portland Nordic wants you to consider getting outside to experience cross-country skiing this winter. It's not only a lifelong sport, but those who love it say it's a sport they can easily pick up at any age.
207's Peggy Kaiser caught up with some members of Portland Nordic, and even though she didn't strap on a pair of skis, after talking with Kaylee Dunn and Olivia Orr, she just might give it a try.
There is not a ton of equipment that you need to get started. And there are so many shops and places locally where you can rent or buy to get started. I mean, you need a pair of boots, a pair of skis, a pair of poles to get started. And you need a venue and you need snow. So
Mother Nature hasn't exactly cooperated this winter with the snow part. Southern Maine barely saw any snow in January, but now conditions are better and more snow is on the way.
I mean, ideally, I think getting some light fluffy powder snow is great. Once the snow has been around for a while, we haven't received any new snow. It can get icy. That makes conditions a little tough to ski in, especially for newer skiers. So I would say powder or fresh newer snow is ideal.
Nordic, or cross-country skiing, consists of two styles of skiing, skate and classic, and the two styles call for two different types of equipment unless you are a younger skier.
And a lot of the younger skiers will have something called combination skis or boots. So for short combi skis, combi boots, those can be worn for both skate and classic techniques. More experienced or advanced skiers, for example, like high school racers or people that might have been doing it for a while, often get two different sets. And more often than not, people are using classic equipment. That's the traditional technique. I think it's what most people think of when they think of cross-country skiing. It's kind of looks like you're walking with skis and poles on.
So these have on the bottom, we call them fish scales. And this would be a pretty popular choice for someone who doesn't want to have to deal with waxing. Little ridges in the bottom here, so that way when you are compressing on your ski, they'll kind of latch into the snow and help you make that next push forward. My skis are tall, and my poles come to about my shoulder. Okay. So these are pretty typical lengths for what you'd want for your equipment.
These are skate skis, for skating. So as you can see, they're going to be shorter than Olivia's classic skis, which is typical. No fish scales on the bottom, so it's just just a straight base here. But the poles are a little bit longer, so these generally come up to your nose. Wow. Yeah, so shorter skis but longer poles for skate skiing. Skating, the motions are much similar to ice skating. It looks a lot like you're ice skating. That side to side motion. It's a lot like you would be hockey skating. You really want to just shift your weight from one ski to the other.
Classic Nordic skiing is likely the style that most people think of when they think of cross-country skiing.
I'm keeping my knees bent, planting my pole near my toes and pushing off. I can also double pole. As you can see, there's tracks here, so a lot of people prefer to ski in the track, so your skis kind of stay in the direction that you want them to go. It really is a lifelong sport. I know for me, running is pretty hard on my body, and there are a lot of sports that it's just I'm not going to pick up basketball at this point in my life, but classic skiing, it's great. It doesn't cause me pain. I can get out there, and I picked this up when I was about 7 years old with my family, and I skied through middle school, through high school. I did a little bit in college. You can put it away and you can come back to it. It will always be there for you.
Nordic skiers are just such an awesome group of people. I mean, it's, you've got to be just an interesting type of individual to want to enjoy Maine in the winter and the outdoors and just kind of brave the elements, but there's nothing quite like just kind of zooming along a ski trail in the woods, either by yourself or with your family or friends. It's so serene, it's peaceful, and it's just a way to enjoy the outdoors. There's nothing quite like it.
Portland Nordic is an all-volunteer program. It offers a K through 8th grade program on Saturdays, a middle school racing team, and a ski loan program, all in the Portland area.
Yeah, if you head over to our website or our mobile app, we have more information about the nonprofit as well as links to Nordic skiing areas all around the state, just in case you want to give it a try.